The film begins resembling The Conjuring, as it introduces two girls and a boy engaging in a conversation with Ed and Lorraine Warren regarding a spooky doll named Annabelle. They hold the belief that the doll is haunted. In 1970, a year prior, John and Mia Gordon are preparing for the arrival of their baby. They discuss potential baby names with their neighbors. John appears apprehensive about assuming the role of a father. Mia becomes upset, but John apologizes and presents her with a doll she desired. At one point, Mia watches a news report about a terrifying cult known as the Manson family and their gruesome murders. John advises Mia against exposing herself to such disturbing content as it may negatively impact the baby. Later, the couple hears a disturbance emanating from their neighbor's residence. John investigates and returns, covered in blood, urging Mia to call emergency services. Subsequently, Mia hears a chilling voice expressing an affinity for her dolls. A bloodied man assaults her, but John manages to fend him off. The police arrive, and the assailants perish. One of them leaves a peculiar symbol on the wall and bloodstains on Mia's new doll. According to the news, Annabelle Higgins and her boyfriend were responsible for killing her parents, as they were associated with a malevolent group. The doctors assure Mia that her baby is in good health, but she sustained injuries and must remain confined to bed until the baby is born. John takes care of Mia. She holds the belief that the doll is eerie and requests John to discard it. He complies by disposing of it in the trash. Later on, he prepares popcorn, but Mia dozes off. The following day, Mia engages in sewing and watches television. Unexpectedly, the stove activates on its own, causing the popcorn to burn. Mia accidentally cuts her finger and notices the fire. She attempts to leave but finds herself being forcefully pulled back. Fortunately, some men come to her rescue. John, who is employed at the hospital, locates Mia. Thankfully, she is unharmed and has given birth to a baby girl named Leah. Due to Mia's fear, they decide to relocate to a new residence. While settling in, Mia discovers the doll Annabelle inside a box. She opts to place it alongside her other dolls. Mia and her baby continue to experience unsettling occurrences. She encounters two children coloring on the staircase. While the girl attempts to engage in conversation with Mia, her brother advises against it due to Mia being a stranger. Upon returning home, Mia discovers the drawings made by the children. The illustrations depict her pushing the baby carriage into the path of a truck, resulting in harm to the baby. Mia shares these pictures with John, which leaves him shocked. On another occasion, Mia finds herself alone and believes she sees the apparition of a young girl. As the door closes, the girl transforms into Annabelle Higgins, the adult, before vanishing altogether. Mia consults with a detective regarding the crimes committed by Annabelle and her boyfriend. They were affiliated with a malevolent group known as the Disciples of the Ram, whose objective was to summon a demon by claiming a soul. This revelation offers an explanation for the peculiar symbol that Mia frequently encounters. In an attempt to gather more information, Mia visits a bookstore where she encounters Evelyn. She comes across a book titled The Devil's Welcome, which leads Mia to deduce that the ghost haunting her desires her baby's soul. Seeking assistance, the couple turns to their priest, Father Perez. He takes possession of Annabelle, who now possesses a more menacing appearance, and brings her to the church. Within the sacred grounds, they witness the apparition of Annabelle and a terrifying entity. Despite Perez's efforts to enter the church, he is forcefully repelled, resulting in injury, and the ghost seizes control of the doll. John assists Perez at the hospital while Mia engages in a conversation with Evelyn. During their discussion, Evelyn recounts the tragic story of her daughter Ruby, who shared similarities with Mia and died in a car accident caused by Evelyn herself. Overwhelmed by intense sadness and guilt, Evelyn attempted to end her own life by cutting her wrists. However, she heard Ruby's voice urging her that it was not her time to die. Perez informs John that he was harmed by the ghost of Annabelle, who intends to claim a soul that night. John rushes to warn Mia. Inside their apartment, a menacing presence torments both Mia and Evelyn. It forcefully pushes Evelyn out and taunts Mia by locking her out of Lee's room. To her horror, Mia discovers Leah trapped beneath a bookshelf as heavy books tumble around her. As Mia desperately calls out for her baby, the doll Annabelle falls and gazes at her. Mia desperately breaks down the door and rushes to rescue Leah. Strangely, the doll appears to move on its own, seemingly floating. However, it is revealed that a demon is manipulating it. The words "her soul" are scrawled in red crayon throughout the room. In a moment of anguish, Mia strikes the doll against Leah's crib and hurls it to the floor. The doll now resembles Leah, covered in blood and lifeless. Overwhelmed with grief, Mia believes she has killed her own child and breaks down in tears. Suddenly, the doll transforms into one of Mia's laughing dolls, causing her to scream in terror. Mia desperately demands to know what the demon desires. The window opens with whispering sounds, and the phrase "your soul" is inscribed upon it. John returns home and discovers Evelyn attempting to open the door. Together, they force it open and find Mia holding Annabelle, poised to jump out of the window. John intervenes, urging Mia to seek an alternate solution. In a selfless act, Evelyn takes possession of Annabelle, sacrificing herself as atonement for Ruby's death. She leaps out of the window and plunges downward. Meanwhile, Leah remains safe in her crib. John and Mia experience a mix of sadness for Evelyn's fate and relief that their daughter is unharmed. 6 months pass, and the Gordons have moved on, no longer encountering Annabelle. In another location, a mother enters a store to purchase a gift for her daughter. She comes across an exceptionally rare doll and decides to buy it, the doll in question being Annabelle. The conclusion reveals that the Annabelle doll resides within a sealed case at Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum. It is blessed twice a month by a priest. Lorraine Warren emphasizes the existence of evil, acknowledging that while we can exert control over it, we cannot eliminate it entirely. The camera focuses on Annabelle, creating an eerie sense that it may come to life, before the screen fades to black.